to your fans, what would be that thing that you would tell to that person?
I am that bitch.
Listening?
I'm that bitch. And even when you think I'm not, I still am.
So she's that bitch, folks.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome to episode 27 of the Effin Pure podcast, and I'm your host, Marcus, with my co-host, Courtney, also my girlfriend, and Sebastian, my best friend. This is technically our first podcast on YouTube, and we have why is this episode 27? Well, the rest of our podcasts are on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you guys want to catch up and get to listen to us, but those who clicked on this video obviously didn't come here to see us, so I get that. Anyways, we do have a special guest here today, but before I bring them out, I wanted to give you guys something to talk about since this is our first episode on YouTube. How do you feel?
It's cool, man. That's about it. I mean, it's interesting. It's fun. I mean, I'm just kind of looking at it still the same. I don't even I don't know, the cameras and being actually on camera this time it's cool, but I still feel the same. It's just
it's a vibe. It's a different vibe. Like these cameras, these lights are bright. It's like we're famous, but we're not.
Right. It's an illusion.
Yeah. How do you feel, Courtney?
I feel fine.
Good.
The lights do make you sweat a little, though.
They do.
They're warm.
I'm a little nervous, actually.
Dude, thank God, because I'm like a little toasty, and so like I feel warm and I want to be warm, and it's like making me feel really good.
Right. I think we're all like a little belligerent because I drank a little bit. Oh, speaking of belligerent. We have our guest here today who literally just dropped her new ED. Is that what she said? But EP. I consider it as a mixtape. But I now want to welcome our special guest. You may know her from her breakout hit Heavy Steppers remix. She just dropped her first solo mixtape, Belligerent Me, on iTunes. Is making huge waves in the female rap game. I know her as my punk ass little sister. But you may know her as Nina with a 9, Miss Rada herself. I'm in a Helena Adamari Hopkins. Woo! Come on out. Hello. Put your shit on. Let's get this started. Because I know people came here to see you. Hold on, let me get my I didn't do it on time, but I just want to show off my moon.
Oh my God, this shit is loud.
Okay, that's it.
Can we turn the voices down a little bit?
Oh, is it too loud?
It's loud as hell.
Okay.
It's not loud to you?
Is it better?
Normal. Mine sounds normal.
It's about normal for us.
Okay.
Anyways.
You guys are used to having
we're all deaf and old.
Yeah. Yeah, we're oldies. I'm literally almost 30. I don't look it, but I am. And I am your older brother, actually, for those who do not know who. You know what's funny?
I knew that.
Fucking someone messaged me, one of my friends from high school messaged me. He's like, is this your sister? Because I reposted your mixtape on my Facebook, and he liked it. It was Zarius. Shout out to Zarius, man. He's the shit. He gave me $100 just because. No, like for real, he did.
Really did.
He said, "What you need?"
He's a baller, but he gave me some money, and I appreciate that. I got you, bro. He might be on this podcast in the future, but
cool.
I talked to him about it already. But anyways, it's not about us. It's about you, of course. You have, honestly, I'll be honest with you. It's fucking crazy. Like, for real. I knew you rapped, and I knew you were an artist, and you've been doing it for a while. But, like, it's, like, actually turning into, like, the real deal for you.
I know, right? I'm actually surprised, too. Like, I had, like, deep down. Because there's people from my city who, like, blew up off a remix. I'm like, they can do it. I can do it.
Right.
And, like, it happened. I'm like, shit. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, you're making waves, honestly. I mean, you're really, like, showing... in a sense, you're putting Columbus on the map. I know a lot of other... people say Columbus don't got no rappers. I don't even know if that's true or not. I'm just telling you.
Bow Wow from here, but he don't claim us.
I don't really count Bow Wow as like a real artist.
I think he claimed Atlanta or something.
Right.
What do you mean you don't claim Bow Wow as a real artist?
I don't know, man. He's a meme to me.
He is now because he's like he doesn't realize that he's not really famous anymore, and he still tries to be. But
that's true.
He was the fucking man.
I mean, he was when he was Lil Bow Wow. He was the man.
They
Not when he was Bow Wow.
Some shit with Soulja Boy is actually pretty hard.
Is it?
They just dropped it not too long ago. They made a little comeback. I said, okay.
Well, enough about them. It ain't even about them. It's about you because you're the new and upcoming artist, and I want to kind of go into your mixtape that you released, because a lot of the songs, you know, I've already previously heard. You did kind of post the singles on YouTube and stuff like that.
I think it was like 10. It was 10
Here.
songs on there. 10 songs on there, and 4 of them were already released. But we decided to put them on the project since them songs were hot already.
Yeah.
People look for the songs on Apple and just take them straight to the EP. So that bring more attention to my new songs too.
Cool. That's crazy. I mean, honestly, do you think, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years with this, with the music, with, like, who do you want to collab with?
Well,
like,
hopefully
if you could choose
in the
anybody.
next year, I see myself signed to like maybe a major label, or even if I'm independent, making a lot of money just off alone, like by my streams. But who do I want to collab with? That's hard.
Like, off the top.
Off the top, I don't know. I like Mulatto. I feel like she kind of matches my vibe. Another female rapper.
So another female rapper.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Like, cause it's a lot of rappers, but you know, it's not a lot of rappers that rap like me. Like, the majority of female rappers rap about like pussy and this and that. I mean, I've brought up.
Okay.
But it's probably like just a little.
let's backtrack a bit, because I am your older brother, and when I listen to your music, I try to put myself out that bubble. So I want to quote one of your lyrics, because you did quote, you put the pussy on a chain wax. Did you say that?
Chain wax?
Or no?
You put the pussy on a chain wax.
Anything when you say the P word, I get self-conscious about.
I'm not sure I said.
Man, that's my little sister,
What is the
man.
chain
I don't like
wax?
listen to it, because I do want to support you.
I think you're telling me something about myself that I didn't know.
Like, I do want to support you, obviously, and I do listen to your music because I think it's good. But I also like, you know, Detroit rap, because on our previous podcast we had Nina on the podcast before. I'm gonna call you by your rap name. That's weird, but we had her on the podcast before, and you know, didn't get many downloads. But those who do want to check that out, we did kind of go into. It was early January when we had that podcast, so a lot has changed since then. And you know, I think it's a good. I think it was a great podcast. We had a lot of fun and fucking.
I was lit.
Yeah, you were definitely lit.
Yeah, you had
the
in those-
corner store shots.
Yeah, I was about to say, you had the little tiny fucking bottles that were good as shit.
Yeah, that shit was
They were
fun.
good.
They were very good.
They were too good. That's
You
why
were
I was so lit.
99 bananas.
Yes.
Yep.
Horrible. Don't
You were
tell
fucking
nobody.
lit. Before actually we go into more, you know, into more of your projects, into more of what you want, I have a little surprise for you. We brought a little bit of something for you to take a little shot of. It's just water, people. That's all it is. It's nothing crazy.
Yep.
Some spicy juice.
But it's under your seats.
Syrup.
I'm Oprah. It's under your seats, people.
You get a shot.
You get a shot of water. I'm trying not to get demonetized.
What are you talking about?
It's
bro?
just water, bro.
It's devil water, maybe.
Okay.
Then why is it yellow?
Yeah, I don't know.
You pissed
Is
in my
it
cup?
pee?
I'm not taking a shot, by the way,
Air
because
cheers.
You're sober. You got to work tomorrow.
I get the
All right, hit
spins.
the table first, y'all.
Bang, bang. That's some good water, man. Very clear.
Smooth water.
Why you do that?
You feel hydrated? Yeah.
Extra
You
hydration.
You feel more
lime with your
alert?
water? A little weird.
You know people drink lemon with their water.
True.
Not limes, though.
True. Anyways, I kind of got sidetracked.
Right. I got a question, man.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, because I don't, you know, I've always been intrigued as to like how artists view their own music. Like when I listen to music, I obviously have like a favorite song from them and this and that. Like, do you have like a favorite song of yours? Like,
Yeah, I do. Actually, it's funny because I used to listen to my music and I used to skip it all the time. Like, I don't want to hear myself.
Right.
But now, like, I've been listening to my EP like back to back because now I'm kind of thinking like I just want to listen to it like and try and put myself in someone else's perspective. Like, what are people listening to when they hear me? And I'm like, let me pretend I'm someone else. I'm like, oh man, I might be snapping.
That's good.
No, but yeah, I do have a favorite on my EP is Acting Out, which is, I put that as the first one for a reason because that is my favorite one. And I kind of mixed them up in between.
Yo.
And then Belligerent Me.
Yeah.
That was my
You
favorite.
sent me that song 2 weeks ago. And I really, really liked it. Like, you text me personally, I said, this shit is good. Like,
I
this is
thought
the
I would
shit.
send it to you because it was like maybe
Yeah.
more in your
Yeah.
vibe opposed to my other music.
I'm more like, you know how the type of music I like. Don't say Drake, please.
you know the type of Drake I like.
You know the type of Drake I like. Not Certified Lover Boy Drake. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but it's still
kinda
not bad.
Reminds me of all his other stuff.
Yeah, no. I'm not. Well, it's not about them. But again, yes, I did like that song a lot, and I was like, yes, this is the type of shit I've been wanting you to do for the longest time. Now, it's crazy too because the shit you come out with, like the ciphers on your on YouTube, you fucking like you outshine all the other artists. Like, not even because you're my sister, because obviously it shows in your results, but like you honestly outshine everyone, and it's because I don't just, it's something different about you. You're this small little petite girl that has this hard raspy ass voice, and like you go off, and it's crazy because it's like it's so unexpected. Like you don't expect it, and it's like, damn, like she really got some bars. Like it's some real hot shit.
That's what I said in my EP too. What I need, I said need to look it, don't match the sound.
There you go. Like, and that's the thing too, is because like writing music, regardless, you know, ghostwriting is honestly, to be honest with you, is not that big of a deal to me. Like, I don't like judging artists if they have a ghostwriter.
I mean, I think every big celebrity has a ghostwriter.
Absolutely. And based off what you write, regardless, you know, I know you write your music. You know, we've already talked about this, and I think you are just going to evolve. I think once you come out with your, you know, you start really releasing your newer sound, you know, with Belligerent Me. I mean, we looked at the streams. I'm not going to say nothing, but I was flabbergasted because I can only hope this podcast get that many views. Let's just say that. Eventually, hopefully. But I think
start somewhere.
You're absolutely correct. We're 30 episodes deep and have just 1,000 viewers.
But I mean, now that we're starting the videos, possibly bring in more viewers. You know,
Right.
Every time I'm on YouTube, I be getting the videos. I'm like, how did I even get here? But sometimes it intrigues me, and I stay. So
we're just showing love. We're trying to do what's, you know, keep it in the family, and we also I support Armin in whatever she does. Like, I think, you know, what you're doing isn't. It's not your ideal thing.
Say my name again. My first name. Say it again.
Oh, Nina.
No. Say my.
I'm in the Helena Adamari Hopkins.
Listen, everybody thinks my name is Sonina.
It's Amina.
Because my Instagram name says that's so Nina, but it's a play on That's So Raven. Just for y'all to know.
Yes. Thank you for explaining that. And we did state that in the last podcast, but those who are listening
gotta
to
say
this,
it again.
Which is cute
Sonia?
because That's So Raven, I feel like, is kind of out of your age range.
What?
Like, that was big for me.
It was big for me too. I used to love That's So Raven. All that.
You kept it popular.
Yeah, Corey in the House was kind of new.
Yeah.
When I was like getting a little bit older, but yeah, that's my stuff.
Absolutely.
I used to watch that show all the time.
Look, he used to watch Zoe 101 with me.
I did.
Oh my god.
I'm just another kind of girl.
Don't talk about our childhood, because that was the dick.
No, yeah, him and my other brother used to terrorize me with BB guns, tight ass jeans on. I'd be crying, like, shut up.
Hold on. BB guns?
BB guns
With like BBs?
real BBs.
Hey,
Or
no,
like
you
the
remember-
plastic little plastic
Plastic.
balls?
This is still BBs, bro.
I thought that was called something different.
BB guns.
No, BB guns. You remember when we was in the basement with you and Jordan? It was me and Alyssa.
Oh, shout out to Jordan, bro. Much love to you, bro.
Shout out to
I love you,
Jordan.
homie. Like,
And
listen
shout
to
out
shit.
to Alyssa.
And Alyssa, love you
But
too.
yeah, y'all remember you had the baby powder. You're like, I'm gonna put this on my hand and slap you. Y'all wouldn't let us go
Oh,
upstairs.
Navajos. You guys are little Navajos. That's what it was.
Horrible. I would never get that memory out of my head.
Yes. Good ass memories.
Fake ass pimps.
Yeah, we just terrorize our little sisters. That's like what older brothers don't do that.
And him and Jordan are the same age. Me and Alyssa are the same age.
Right.
So.
All right. And Michael's just a middle child, our other brother.
Eli.
Here he comes.
Oh, shout out to Eli, our dog. That people
out
that
to
have listened to the
Eli.
podcast and have heard him in the background forever how long? This is what he looks like.
If you can see him.
Half pit bull, half German shepherd. He's a fatty,
No
but
way he's a half pit bull.
absolutely.
He is.
Really?
Absolutely.
Dude.
I
We're gonna-
cannot even tell.
He's fucking
You
us.
can, when you know,
He looks like a lab and a German shepherd.
a lot
Right.
of people say
Right.
that, but when you know,
buddy.
you'll start to see it. Like, he's got a box of your
hair
face
coming off my
sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, go on.
He's
babe.
not. He don't bite. He's super nice.
No, hell no, you don't bite. He'll bite your heart with his love.
Yes.
But I don't want to get too off subject, you know, because there's a lot of things I want to kind of discuss with you and get an idea of, you know, what your fans want to know about you more. Because, you know, I had you tell me like what's up with, like, I asked, you know, try to get an idea with your fans want, and
I
you
asked
know,
some questions on Instagram.
ask some questions, and I do want to verify like some of those questions. I don't know why I said verify. What the fuck? Anyway,
So you're about to
the
hit me with
source.
some stuff that I didn't prepare for y'all. So if I take a pause,
Just want to verify a few things.
they're not that bad.
I went through the questions and stuff. So like I got an idea of like kind of what type of questions, but I didn't prepare for this. So I'm ready.
Beware, because I'm coming.
That's the best way to get into anything is to not prepare for it.
All right. So, where do you get your motivation with your music? Like, what makes you, what inspires you to come out with this type of music? What gravitated to you to this genre of music, and why do you stick to it? Like, how have you been sticking to it?
I just like, okay, listen, Nicki Minaj, great. Love Nicki Minaj.
Even though you kind of look like her right now.
Not bashing her or nothing like that, but I've never been like, as a female, it's common for like people like me to be. I've always been fans of male artists, like the harder rap, the metaphors and all that stuff, and I'm really good in English too, so I'm like,
yeah, you used to write my papers. Like, I had you write one of my papers before. Well, how many years are we separate apart? Like 7
years.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
That's how much smarter she is than me. Even though I can,
She's way more smarter than I am.
I'm an idiot. I'm stupid.
No, yeah, I love English. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I can do that, and I sat there and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, this is hard, and I'm just like. I'm like, I think I could rap like that. And I'm like, if I do rap like that, I'm sure people would be surprised because I don't know a lot of females that rap like that.
Right. So why Detroit rap then?
I mean, I listen to Detroit music, and honestly, we're all Midwest and stuff.
Right.
So, you know, Ohio and Detroit are really close. And I don't know, like Cash Kid, y'all probably don't know who he is, but like, he's like the Detroit Lil Wayne, in my opinion. He come with all the metaphors, and like, I'm like, oh yeah, he's hard. Every time I listen, I'm like, that's hard. I'm like, I want to make some hard shit like that.
Right.
So I started writing my own music, and
So for those who want to rap.
Like, listen, I started I was singing first before anything. I was in choir. I've always been into music. I played the violin, like.
Well,
but I was like, if I can write my singing songs, I can definitely write some rap songs. I ended up writing it, and I'm like, I know I have an ear for music, like whether it's just like for the sound or like for the lyrics, like
right.
I know what's good and what sucks.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, if I know I can make something, if it sucks, I won't drop it, and if I do, then like.
So here's another thing too, because I think honestly you're a better singer than you are a rapper, which is honestly pretty scary if you think about it.
That's what That's what I was gonna say though, is because like in Belligerent Me in that song when you
that doesn't
like,
even show my vocals neither.
Absolutely
but
not.
That was good though. You incorporated and led me to this question I was gonna ask. Like, I wouldn't say like that tweaked your genre a little bit, but it was definitely different from what I've heard from you. And I was gonna like ask you, like, do you plan on ever kind of tweaking your genre or maybe shifting into a different kind of direction, like musically?
Well, I wouldn't like permanently shift, but I do see myself being more versatile with my music.
Cool,
like,
man.
Since I only have 10 songs out right now, there's only definitely more to come.
So like,
I want to make more songs like Belligerent Me, and I do want to make more songs like actually showing my vocals, but I need to stop smoking.
Julian.
Stop that.
I'll
Yeah,
say
quit
The hides.
it made me happy to hear that song from you because I know that you want to sing. Like, I know
Fuck
that
yes.
that's where all that started. So I'm really happy that you're starting to incorporate that.
Dad too went at me. He was like, "When you gonna incorporate something? When you gonna?" So I'm like, let me just shut him up real quick.
Let me do it.
Dude, he's such a nagger, man.
Oh, look, our dad is fucking a character. First off,
He's fucking who? What
He's
character?
funny as fuck.
What character? Who's he fucking?
he's okay. Me and my dad, you know how me and dad are. We just
Butt heads.
yeah, but we get along. We get along very well, but then we fight. Flop, complete 180. But at the same time, we will have him on this podcast. We call him Mr. Bitcoin.
He was supposed to come today, but
he hasn't been here. But whatever, you could have heard him in the background laughing. But
If you've heard our podcast,
he laughs at everything.
I know.
Literally.
He makes me feel so good about myself because he laughs at everything.
yeah.
yeah, he does really like. I like watching like comedies around him because he literally laughs at everything.
Laughs at everything. But you can't go to the movies with him.
Oh, absolutely
not.
not.
Out loud.
Absolutely not. But it is fun. But he will be on the podcast. We call him Mr. Bitcoin because he absolutely is Mr. Bitcoin. And those who are interested in Bitcoin that are watching this episode, stay fucking tuned. Seriously, because we'll be having him on.
Because he loves that. He's been invested
Passionate.
for some years now, and he's made some profit. And he knows that's all he does in his spare time is watch Bitcoin videos. He has a Bitcoin hat. I'm gonna get him some Bitcoin products for his birthday.
But he wants to get a Bitcoin tattoo, and I'll
know,
say
I'm
like,
no.
yes.
Yes. Yes. And it's gonna be big. He showed me the bead with the galaxy and stuff around. I'm like, come on, Dad, no. So you might as well just get it right here in the middle of your forehead.
For those who don't know, our
This
dad,
motherfucker, if he gets that,
our dad is white, so that's why. I'm just kidding.
He's obsessed. But
He is
you
white,
know
though.
what? I love that
He is white, though.
he teaches us that shit because I've made money listening to him. So
100%.
I gotta say,
why we have this podcast with these cameras is exactly his fucking idea. I listened to him, and this is what the results are. So he is absolutely correct, and that's
he's very
why
supportive. No
very
matter what you're
supportive.
doing.
For sure,
As
for
long
sure.
as long as he sees a future with it.
we
Absolutely.
talk a lot of shit about him. Like if
We
you
joke
listen to
about
our
him.
previous podcasts that aren't on YouTube, like he doesn't have the best rep.
Yeah, they're
but
on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Please,
he really does. He really is a big supporter, and he'll invest. Like he's invested in me, and I can't say how much I fucking appreciate that.
Which we will go into in the future.
Eventually, yeah.
100%.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not his kid. You know,
No,
like
but-
he don't owe me
yeah.
shit, and he still has invested in me.
And we've been
so
together, what, 2 years? And
I
he's,
appreciate
you know,
him.
it's your family. That's how you're supposed to be treated. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's how it is. But
I was like,
don't wanna-
am I your daughter? And he's like, yes.
Oh,
I don't want to stray too
Double
far.
dose.
I don't want to stray too far from the subject, though, you know, because
Yeah. This about
I do
Nene.
want to dig in more deeper into, you know, what your plans are in the future. Oh, you got the lime and everything.
Well, we do have to say,
oh,
like,
you little sneaky bastard.
the family knows her as Nene. Like,
Nene.
We call
That
her
is her
Nene.
nickname, Nene. We've always called her Nene since she was fucking a little baby.
And if y'all want to know
teensy-weensy
how I
baby.
got the name Nene, because it doesn't make, my name is Amina. Nene, it comes nowhere in my name, but when I was little, people used to ask me what my name was, and I couldn't say it. I'd be like, I'm not. Couldn't
Yeah.
say it. So my mom's best friend, her name was Enos. Her nickname was Nene. I obviously loved her name. I used to say it every time someone asked me what my name was. I'd be like, Nene.
wait, hold on.
Aw.
So they just started calling me Nene, and
Enos?
that's how it came. Yeah, her name is Enos,
Enos.
without the P.
That's
So now,
Aw.
that was good.
oh, shit.
Yeah, so Nene, I ended up changing it to Nina, which obviously makes more sense for my name because it has an A in it.
Right.
And I ended up changing from Nina to 9INA because when you look up Nina on YouTube, it's a whole bunch of, you know, guns is named after Nina, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm like, put the 9 first. No, I'm the first result that pops up. So
Right.
that was a good decision.
That was my name when we had like Spanish class. I chose Nina.
Nina.
I mean, it's because of Lil Wayne, because he said in one of his songs, he says, "I got a bitch named Nina."
I'm sure he was talking about his gun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Nina's so
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I fucking.
I know what song you're talking
I
about.
love Lil Wayne.
She's yeah.
Anyways,
So
Nina. Nina.
Everybody says Nina.
I say
though.
Nina in my
like
head.
Dad, I was on the phone with Dad. He said Nina. I said it's Nina, Dad.
well, I called you Nina with a 9.
Yeah.
Nina with a 9,
'Cause-
or Nina, or just call me 9.
Dude, that'd be cool
Nah,
if you
yeah.
like ever did like a like a song with Black, because his name
Six Lack.
yeah.
Six Lack.
I call him Six Lack, but
Six
he's
Lack
the shit.
and
I showed you
Nina.
him.
And you know, if
He's a beast, bro. I love his music.
6'9", bro.
I was about to say 6ix9ine has the worst rep ever. I could never fuck with, bro. Just gotta make
Honestly, 6ix9ine is honestly, I've watched his podcast that he's been on, and he's a very logical, smart guy. Like, he really is, honestly. Now, he comes out with trash, like I like his
Oh,
music.
yeah.
I get turned as fuck to his music, but he really is a smart dude, and he's very, like,
He
smart.
just obviously brings a lot
But-
of problems. He got beef with
He's dumb,
every
though.
rapper
He's
or
dumb
every
when it comes to
artist.
that shit. 100%. Like, I don't
But
deny
at
that.
the same time, it's promotion as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bad
Like, you gotta
promotion
be
is still
relevant.
promotion.
You gotta be fucking relevant, and that's another thing, you know, with your music too, because I like, who do you want to collab with? Like, that sounds realistic at this moment, but if you could collab with anybody, that seems reachable at this point, because I feel like in the very near future you'll have a lot more options.
I've collabed with artists that, like, female artists that are high up right now. I'm not gonna bring it up right now but y'all will see in the future. I got something in the works. I actually did a song with Shorty. I'm not gonna bring up her name, but she's hot in the rap game. But I didn't end up liking it for real. Like, the beat wasn't really my speed, so I'm gonna end up recording something else and send it to her to hop on. But the fans is gonna love it.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
they've been asking for us to do a feature.
That's dope, man, because you got some loyal fans. I'd be peeping your stories on Instagram, and people just be bumping your shit.
That's not even
you know.
a half of it. I can't even
I agree. I
repost
believe you.
everything because if I repost too much, they're not gonna watch my whole story all the way through. Nobody wants to see a whole bunch of bullshit. Like,
Just that one
Yeah.
lucky fan gets to be on your
right,
story.
Right.
No, that's cool though. I think that's sweet. But we actually have been talking, me and you know, with, you know, doing this podcast and possibly other future projects for yourself, you know, and, you know, putting you on of a more, this is kind of just a service for you as far as, you know, doing other things with your music and just learning in a deeper depth into who you are. And, you know, I want you to kind of talk about it because it's your vision. I'm kind of there to be around it, you know what I mean, and record it. So, you know, kind of going, if you want to go into what you want to
so
do.
we're gonna get into the vlogs and all that because I know people want to get to know me more. So, like, get to know me video, of course, everyday life, following me around, going to the studio, stuff like that. And of course, my brother will be the one that's recording it. He's getting into the camera works, and I'm sure he'll do a great job.
Absolutely.
So
No fucking doubt.
I'm excited for it too because like I've been wanting to do vlogs too. I started my own vlogs on my iPhone and stuff, which I haven't put together because I really don't have the patience. But I know this is something that he really wants to do, so that's just a plus for both of us.
Well, it's always been a passion of mine, honestly, to just get into videography and just you know how I got them angles, bro.
I was just about to say you always got those angles.
I got those angles, man. And Courtney knows too. I'm talking sexual stuff.
Hey, Marcus, after this, take some good pictures of me too.
Absolutely. You already know. We're still laughing about my joke, but
sexually, those angles, the right angles,
the 90-degree,
the cute,
the 45-degree angles,
the cute angles, the obtuse. I mean, yeah. I'm embarrassed now.
Well, I'm sure they don't know what you're talking about because I'm not really sure.
Yeah, you probably have dumb fans. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Jesus. I'm just kidding.
Guess what? You're a fucking fan.
At the beginning of the video, they unsubscribed as soon as you said that.
Fuck that.
I'm just kidding.
I was actually.
I love you guys.
Can I ask who's your producer? Do you have like a regular producer that you use?
Shout out to Digi Beats. That's my dog. Yep, he produced for FBG Duck. Rest in peace to bro. He produces for Ruga, what I know of, and I'm sure a whole bunch of other people. But that's my dog. He be sending me the beats. I give him his credits. You feel me? We've at the beginning when we started following each other, we had no mutuals. Now we have 60 mutuals on Instagram, which I think is cool, just for a producer and an artist for now. I'm sure it'll be much more in the future. But yeah, that's like besides YouTube beats, obviously like when people send beats to my email all the time. Now listen, if y'all want to send me beats, it has to be hard. Like listen to my songs and get a vibe of what I like, because y'all be sending me some bullshit and it's not gonna be used. So you're just wasting your time.
So you can kind of filter out anybody sending you shit now. What do you consider bullshit? Like something that's trash that like
it's like they be sending me some techno shit. They be sending me some like fast, like super, like I don't rap like super like who do y'all think I am, Busta Rhymes? Like literally.
That's funny.
But no, like I don't know. I like Detroit type beats, and not even just Detroit type beats. Like when I go to YouTube, I type in like an Elite Chopper type beats. I like Quinn and Ethopian type beats because them are the type of rappers that come with like a heavy drums, heavy bass, and like just like a good background with instruments. I like the guitars, the pianos, all that. I don't like that random weird shit. Like listen, if you can't hear me rapping on it, don't bother sending it to me.
Facts.
You heard her. Bitch.
That's it. That's the podcast. It's over now.
That's the most, and like I say that respectfully. I'm not hating on nobody. I'm sure somebody else would love the beats, but not I.
And when people say respectfully, they mean shut the fuck up and listen to me.
Sebastian, you should make her a beat one day, and I want to do some keys in the back.
I'm not really. Oh, dude, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
She's Courtney Keys.
What's that?
You got a beat pad?
Yeah.
Play off Alicia.
I got a beat pad, but I've never used it.
I don't have a laptop though.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I can give you mine because I'm about to get a new one. I don't know if it'll work. It's a Microsoft Touch.
I'd buy it off you.
$50.
50.
25 seconds.
I was honestly just gonna leave it in my closet for like nothing. Right. I got it when I was in school, when I was going to Columbus State. And I'm saying fuck school because school is not for everybody.
Honestly,
be like that sometimes.
School isn't for smart people.
No, well here's how I look at it, man. Like, for
obedience.
Real. I mean, what you went is to, I mean, not everyone can do what you do. You know what I mean? You know, not everyone can say, I can rap, let me rap, because, you know, there are people that try that for years and don't amount to anything. And I'm not saying quit your dreams, because you should absolutely keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing for what you want, and don't quit. You know, that's kind of a mantra, like, and I've been trying to, at least for me, instill, you know, doing so, because I'm 29 years old and I'm just finding my passion, literally. And it's this. It's exactly not just the podcast, but it's just videography in general. Now, I'm not saying I quit my job like an idiot. You know, I still work full time and I have a child.
Until you can support yourself off solely just videos, which is possible, which I'm sure you will eventually.
So I just found my passion. So I think for people that are looking for that, just stay open-minded with what you want to do, because and just be open to other things, because if one thing doesn't work out, it's an avenue to another thing. Mm-hmm. So, you know, things happen for a reason. I've always believed, not just in karma, but everything happens for a reason. And that's absolutely true. I think anything that happens to you is for a reason. Don't think too deeply into it, because at the end of the day, it's something that's going to benefit you down the line. Now, I always say this in our previous podcast, which is also my podcast on Spotify. I'll put the link in the description. And if you want to really find your passion, you have to fucking stay adamant of being open-minded. So failure is okay. Nah, it's cool. We look cool. We look like a music video. But seriously though,
you don't need a fog machine.
I didn't mean to go into like too serious mode, but
that was a good tangent.
Well, before I dropped Heavy Steppers, I was working a 9 to 5.
Right.
But now I'm finally in a position where I don't have to work now.
I'm glad you brought that up, because
now I don't have to work, and I'm like, but when I do get to where I really want to be, I think I will go back to school just to say that I did it, not because I need to. But
that's smart. That's awesome, man. I think that's good. And honestly, I'm glad you mentioned Heavy Steppers, because I was that video put you on the map. It did. Honestly, 100%. I mean, it's at like 3 point what million views at this point.
It's at 2.9. It's almost at 3 million.
Well, shit, you sure? Because last time I looked it up, it was in the 3 millions. Maybe maybe I'm tripping.
When I looked at it, it was like a week ago, and it was at 2.9. So I'm like, I've been waiting, because a month before that, it was at 2.6. So I'm sure it's gonna reach the 3 now.
Well, it's at 2.9. But anyways, that video put you on the fucking map, and that is what catapulted with your fame, with what you're dealing with, because you do have fame, 100%.
I started out with 4,000 followers on Instagram. I got 25,000 now.
Exactly, and I honestly think I couldn't believe it at first. Like, I honestly couldn't. I just couldn't. I mean, because the normal day person just, thinks about, they watch all these videos of YouTubers. They like, oh, this is normal to them. But like, when it really happens to you and your family, it's almost like mind-boggling. Right. Like, you're my little sister. I watch you grow up. You know what I mean?
Listen, I came across, I'm not going to say who. I'll tell you after the podcast. But I went to LA. I went to go visit some people. And someone else that I've never met before was asking me for, like, show them my music. Blase, blase. Showed them my music. They seen all the views. They're like, how much you pay for that? Like,
absolutely none.
I didn't pay nothing at all. I got this all fair and
legit.
Square. And I think it's corny to pay for views, because that, come on, that's not getting you nowhere.
I've done that once.
We did it mutually
for the podcast.
Well, we didn't pay for views, but we did.
Sometimes it's okay. Like, oh, this got a lot of views. Let me press it because people is messing with it. But like doing it constantly and like, come on, like buying all your likes, all your followers, all this and that. It's not genuine.
It's not. Yeah,
you're never gonna really know your real progress if you're buying it.
Absolutely.
And I want to say something, because 6ix9ine brought that up one time, and I didn't know that was a thing. But he said, like, you can buy your spot, like the top hits of the country and shit. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's a real thing, people. It's a real fucking thing.
I appreciate
man.
Yeah, I appreciate that he brought that to light, because that kind of changes your mind. I'd be like, well, how is this like the top song?
Right.
Like, this shit sucks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's the top. Anyways.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think music is. Okay, again, people that have been listening to our podcast, we're very intellectual and we dig deep into a lot of shit.
Whoa, what are you talking about?
I own a BMW, by the way.
Like, speak for yourself, buddy, man.
I'm the only one that has a degree.
I own a BMW, by the way.
I'm just saying that when we talk about, look, the only thing I was gonna say is basically with this music, it's a fucking distraction for like from the real shit that's happening in the world. Like, there's a lot of real shit happening in the world, and music genres, fucking shit you see on World Star. I don't even know if World Star's still really a thing, or TMZ, whatever the fuck you're talking about.
I got bad knees, so I gotta stand up real quick.
Go ahead, stand up. I'll put you in the camera right
She
here.
got bad knees. She got bad knees.
Knee does. Absolutely.
No, listen, people make that pun like knee.
We've been doing that shit for years.
Literally.
That's old news. But I'm going away from my topic. I'm trying to say that music is designed to distract us from the real world, but not saying you shouldn't listen to music, because music is absolutely therapeutic. Yeah. Absolutely, and I think
not all music.
No.
Music wasn't designed to. That's man. It's fucked up.
No, I'm talking about
it
like.
Wasn't designed, but for in some aspects it could be. You can't speak for everybody.
Absolutely, and I think there's like 8 billion people in this fucking world, and only a quarter of them get the luxuries of we have in the U.S. Man, because you think of countries in Africa or Asia and
I actually
other
want to read y'all
societies.
something. I'm gonna bring it up
crazy.
once I find a screenshot. But somebody actually messaged me, and I'm like, wow, I feel.
How many weird DMs do you get?
Listen,
how many dick pics do you get? This is a weird thing I'm saying, but I'm just saying.
On Snapchat,
don't fucking dick pic my sister,
I don't
please.
use Snapchat no more for that simple reason. It'd be a whole bunch of creeps on there, and
I'm
not giving nobody my Snapchat neither, because somebody hacked Benny's Snapchats and was like, I'll give you your Snapchat back when you send me a picture of Nina in her bikini.
Whoa, no way.
Creeps out there,
and then they ended up giving it back. They said, here, I didn't find anything interesting.
That's fucking crazy. That's bonkers, bro.
That is fucking weird, man.
That's kind of cool. Cool because I didn't know that shit.
Well, my thing is being a woman in general is fucking ridiculous, especially if you're like.
Yeah, you should explain it to us.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
I should absolutely explain it
to me how big a woman is.
I obviously know.
I want to read y'all something that somebody DM'd me, like what y'all said. Music can help people. Some people cope. I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shorty, this is what she said. Listen, so she said.
Shout her out.
B1_, I don't know. I'm kind of blind.
Anastasia.
But so she messaged me and she said, you made me tell my nigga how it is. You really truly taught me to stand up for myself.
Hell yeah.
And not care about people who truly don't care about me. And not ever let a man tell me what to do and make me cry. No man will ever have that power again. So thank you, Nina, for real.
Damn.
I was like, wow. I'm like, I didn't think that, like,
Well, that gives me cold.
I mean, my music, like, fuck these niggas. It's really fuck these niggas. But, like, I didn't think somebody...
You just turned her into a lesbian. Good job.
No, but shout out to her. Awesome. I'm glad I can impact certain people.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah, that's cool.
That
really
makes
cool.
me feel good. Besides, like, I'm like, damn, I'm rapping gangster music, but at the same time, it's helping some people positively.
No, that's
like boosted her confidence, man.
That's awesome, man. Like, that is so, and that's the reason why you do it. At the end of the day, it really is, like, because we don't do this.
If I wanted to rap to myself, I would all day, but obviously I don't. I drop it so everybody else can hear.
Absolutely, and I think that's why these rappers get so rich and famous. But it's not always about money. It's not always about the fame. It's more about, that true excitement those individuals get when they listen to it, and it changes their perspective of life and a positive outlook. And the fact that she had the audacity to, not I'm gonna say audacity, but the fact that she had
she went out of her way, really.
Yeah, like she went out of her way. I'm a little turned, so I can't really put my words together. But she went out of her way to message you and to definitely, spread her message to you. Because we're all people. Like, these celebrities are just people. Like, we're all fucking people. So it's not like, they're special powered motherfuckers. It's just they have a talent and a gift and they want to spread it to the world. So I think the fact that you're doing this music, and in fact, no matter what genre it might be, it can be heavy metal, it can be rap, it can be gangster rap, it can be country, whatever it is, as long as you get over a message that changes somebody in a different outlook or perspective, it really is humbling. Because I brought this up in the second podcast that will be out in a week, but our fatherhood podcast with me and Sebastian, and like, that was humbling, even though we had our number one fan, Michelle. Shout out to Michelle, because she will definitely be watching. And she cried, listened to one of our podcasts,
Really?
And that was very eye-opening. I know Courtney did as well, but it's for obvious reasons. But and we understand. So, and I think at the end of the day, that's very, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? I know I'm talking in circles, man. I'm sorry.
I love it.
Marcus was like, yeah, we touched somebody once, too.
Yeah, we touched somebody. Mentally.
In a non-physical way.
Mentally.
Yeah.
We mentally I want to mentally touch people, man.
Touch.
I just want to touch the fuck out of people.
I'm scared.
Spiritually.
Literally.
I want to fucking touch them.
You're making people uncomfortable.
Very. If you guys have listened this far.
Listen, some people may have PTSD.
For real. If you guys have listened this far, go like and subscribe, because we are going to be doing more shit.
Subscribe. Y'all have to subscribe. If y'all fuck with me, y'all will subscribe.
Fuck yeah, subscribe just because of her. That's it. She'll be on it again eventually, 100%. And we'll go into more.
Hopefully
bullshit.
with Pops too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We'll just keep pulse checking with how things go with you. So.
Oh, absolutely. You're gonna be like fucking in Turks and Caicos or some shit, shooting a music video.
What is that?
It's a fucking country. It's a vacation.
Turks and Caicos?
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos.
Is that a real thing?
Is a country?
No, which is cool though, because once we do start doing my videos, I can like, you're the videographer, obviously.
Videographer.
Okay, whatever.
Videography, videographer.
How do you say it?
Videographer.
I challenge you now to add that word to a rap of yours.
Videographer. Nigga, I'm a philosopher.
Oh,
Yo. How about you spit some bars?
Hey. This style ain't free.
Ooh.
Boom.
In your face.
The style ain't fucking free, bitch.
Oh,
Style
shit.
ain't free. They want me to freestyle it. It ain't happening.
So, like, I know you sent me. I told you to send me some questions from your fans to kind of get in more detail of like,
Oh yeah.
your lifestyle and know more about you.
Well, before
But-
you start that,
Before you
because I
start
got
cutting me
one
off.
I want to ask.
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, let's start off. I want to ask mine first. So, can you describe to me like your daily routine?
Yeah, what you do?
Like, what the fuck does your day look like on the
Seriously.
regular?
Honestly, like I work on my own schedule. That's what it's. I guess that's what it's like being self-employed with doing something that you like to do. Because when I work on music, it doesn't have to be between a certain time schedule. I can work on it at 2 a.m. I can work at it 9 a.m. I can work at it any time of the day. So really, every day is different. Like I really get to do what I want as long as I make time for myself.
So you don't have
make
like a
my own
wake up
music.
time or nothing?
I usually don't. I don't like to sleep in bed all day though. I usually wake up around 9.
How often do you write music? Like how often do you go to the studio and?
Well, okay, so like nowadays everybody wants to make music, which I'm not knocking anybody, but if they want to do it for someone else, they gonna do it for themselves to listen to,
Right.
whatever. But everybody raps, and there's only about 3 good engineers in the city that I know, and really one that's my favorite. Shout out to Walter, 50K hitter on Instagram. Go follow him. And that's he's always booked up. Everybody's usually always booked. You gotta get in where you fit in.
Right.
But in the meantime, I can write stuff and book my session for however long I need it. He has a booking website where you can pick your hours in your day, fit to both our schedules. But what were we talking about? I forgot.
So I wanted to ask you another question because we were talking about it earlier on
I got
the.
the worst ADHD.
We all do.
It was your
Some
daily
sort.
What the fuck was the question?
A daily schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I just honestly, I'm a go with the flow type of person. I'm like, I make my own schedule, so every day is different.
Absolutely, and do your thing, people. Do what you want to do. Be smart, be responsible, and stick to what your passions are. Seriously, if you want to be happy, I think that's like the key to happiness.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Absolutely.
It's like what you're saying. Be smart and
Do
be
your
good.
thing. Just because of my fucking dad, bro. My dad's like that. That's the way my dad is, our dad, and that's why
Right, yeah.
I'm this way, unfortunately.
That's funny.
And plus, I have a protective barrier because my sister's on our podcast, and I know you fucking creeps watching, making me angry.
Get to these questions.
Okay, I already asked like a bunch of them.
Can you? Oh fuck.
I was about to say, you
Sorry.
might as well
That's your phone.
No, I did want
You might
to
as well
ask.
just bring it up instead of looking down.
Dude, ask that one first.
What's your favorite food?
yeah.
Okay, my favorite food is Ethiopian food. East African. Comes with injera, zigni, dorowat.
Dope.
It's really good. You guys have to try it. Listen, my dad, he loves it. Like it makes,
He loves Ethiopian
Listen.
women too.
Yeah, I mean, my mom is East African, so she's Eritrean, Ethiopia.
that's-
They was the same
yeah.
at one time until they split.
Right.
I can usually tell the difference between Eritrean
By the
and
way,
Ethiopian.
I love your mom.
Yeah, I love my mom.
She is
too.
fucking awesome,
She's
Muna.
great.
I love you. You've always been super kind to me as being a stepson
That's
at that
everybody's
amount of
mom.
time. Absolutely, and she was super like she was just as much of an impact on my life as even throughout the progress
And
of my
as
life.
I get
so.
older, I appreciate her more looking back at the sacrifices that she's made, because as a kid, I never like really realized like, oh, this and that, and like I'm not gonna get it all into
Right.
it, but
So I don't know what to say.
oh, Ethiopian food is really great. Y'all need to go try it like ASAP. It's,
Where do you,
it's wonderful.
where do you
if
go?
you like spicy.
Where do you
Right.
go?
What?
do
Oh,
you get it?
Lolly. Here in Columbus, Ohio, I go to Lolly Bella. It's on Hamilton, South Hamilton, I think. It's,
Lolly Bella.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's
we're in Columbus,
wonderful.
Ohio, people.
I love it so much.
Is that how it's like actually pronounced? How'd you say it?
Lolly Bella.
No, like the
Oh, Ethiopian.
yeah,
Yeah,
because we call it Ethiopia.
Ethiopian.
Ethiopian, yeah.
I say
Ethiopian.
Ethiopian. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it right from now on.
Ethiopian.
I do have one.
Gyro, Euro.
I do have one question
Yeah.
that I want to ask, because everybody that we've conversated about like what people say and shit like that, and a lot of people say that you're like a package deal with your girl Britney. What she's fire. She's
Well,
a good
like-
rapper, but I do want to ask, like, what's your like ideas and your concepts with you and Bitney? Like, what are y'all for real?
Bitney, that's my bestie. I put it at that. That's the most. I wouldn't say that we're partners, because we did come out together, but it was more of like, oh, Heavy Steppers is a remix. Heavy Steppers had 2 people on it. I'm like, I gotta bring someone else on. Might as well bring my best friend. She got a good voice for it. We ended up doing it, and they got Everybody Loves Me and Bitney. But at the end of the day, like, we both our own people, and we don't depend on each other for nothing, for real. Like,
it's your homegirl still.
That's
though.
my homegirl.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, that's my bestie. I love her to death. She do her own thing, I do my own thing, and if we want to do our own things together, we'll do that. But it's not. I'm a solo artist. She's a solo artist. We both have some solo songs out, and we have some songs together. So I mean, of course, like any collab that I would prefer to do would be with Benny, like for right now.
Yeah, I mean, if it's your
comfortably.
Yeah, if it's your best friend and you guys are getting the clout, the clout you are getting, then it's. Hey, you're riding the wave.
Right, exactly.
And we have time to be together on our own time, like not having to schedule anything. Like we're already best friends, so we already be together. Like, hey, let's listen to this beat and write something. It's cool. Easy. So
right, and we will absolutely have Bitney on the podcast in the future. So those who want to hear her, she will absolutely be on the podcast too, because she wanted to already be on it. So that's cool with me.
Really?
Like yeah. Cool. So she'll be on it. But yeah, man, this is quite a ride for you, because it's literally not even started yet. You're like still like, if you imagine it in a roller coaster, you're still like halfway up just to get to your client, like all the way to the top. Like you're not even probably a quarter way up, you know.
Right.
And I think what it is you did. I don't know if you want to go into any detail of what you've kind of been doing in the background with who you've been with, like recently with the contract and whatever. I don't know how deep you want to get into that, but it gives you more of an outlet to really kickstart your music and really get it up there.
Well, right now, I'm not gonna go into the details because I'm not allowed, but I'm under Firehouse right now, Firehouse Studios, which I feel like they will help me where I need to go. Shout out to them, and that's just that.
There you go. That's it. That's all we got to say. I'm just saying,
But
like,
listen,
more music on the way.
A lot of artists started out with Firehouse. Cuban Doll, I think Asian Doll. Don't mark my words. I know Cuban Doll though for sure.
Right.
And she's a big female artist. I know y'all love her. So
it's coming. It's coming on the way for sure. And that's another thing, you know, just your music on the way and like where you're going. You know, it's like, does it feel real to you yet? Like when you first got the clout you did, or like the views that you had, what was your initial reaction of it?
Listen, it's gotta feel real. I can't pretend.
That's true.
Listen, it has to feel, even if I don't want it to feel real. This is the only thing that I want to do, because promise y'all, I don't want to work for another man for the rest of my life, especially not no 9 to 5 where it's like, come on, schedule. And that's just me. So I'm like, it's gotta be real. If it's real, I'm gonna accept it. But yeah, when the views came, I was like, yeah, this is it. I was excited. But I wasn't surprised, because I mean, a lot of whack ass artists getting hella views. I'm like, come on, if I got some talent, I know I gotta get some views.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you've been putting in the work.
And even shout out to all the underrated artists. There's a lot of talent out here that's unrecognized. Shout out to them, because your time is coming.
If you could beef with any artist, who would it be?
Any
artist? Like, it could be the top tier artist. If you could beef with an artist, who the fuck would you beef with?
Why would you want to?
I don't beef.
Here's the thing.
If they got beef,
I'm talking about rap beef. I'm not talking about like real life, like Tupac and Biggie beef. I'm talking about like just like rap beef, like fucking Drake and Pusha T type shit. Like just going back and forth, or no, Drake and Meek Mill or some shit like that.
Hey, I'm not listening. I ain't gonna shout nobody out, because if I shout out some fake beef, it's gonna turn into some real beef.
I was just trying to start shit.
Hey, listen,
So who the fuck don't you like?
I ain't got time to beef. I just put it on the clock, like I said in my song. Okay, I ain't got time to beef. I got shit I gotta do.
Yeah, because there will be haters though, 100%.
It will,
absolutely.
and that's where it comes. They got beef with themselves, because I don't give a fuck.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's
that's like a good like philosophical thing anyways. Like when somebody's got a problem with you and you have like zero problem
People
with
got
them,
problems
like,
with me and I don't even know them.
Yeah.
Shout out to them too. Y'all lame as hell.
that's a problem with themselves.
Lamos.
Like you said.
It's all internal.
Yeah.
It's all internal.
100%.
Half of the time.
They got problems with themselves.
Trolls will be trolls.
And most likely because they want to be in a position that I am and they not.
No, that's true. Envy is a very strong emotion.
Yep.
Right, it's true.
Super strong. You know, so
They try to bring you down because they're down.
it definitely gets people in their feelings. So I get that. You know.
Hopefully, I pray for you guys. I hope you get to where you want to go. but quit being
Very
a dick.
big of you, Sebastian.
Yeah, and
Quit being a dick, though.
You want to look at that camera, by the way.
Quit being a fucking dick,
I don't
though.
know if I've been looking at any camera, but
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's cool. Like it's crazy, man. Like just, it's almost hard to believe. Oh well, like yeah, okay.
Who's your inspirations, bro?
Yeah, who the fuck do you inspire? Like who inspired you to rap?
everybody asked me this, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm actually nobody important. I think it's honestly just regular people who have inspired me. People posting freestyles on Twitter. I'm like, Instagram, all that. I'm like, damn, I want to post some freestyles.
Why rap though? Because you used to sing before you rap.
Because it's so common for a female to come out singing. And it's not as common for a female to come out rapping how I rap. So obviously that would bring more attention. Now imagine if I dropped a singing song, who'd know if it would get as much, my
Clout.
first song.
Right.
Like who know if it would get as much clout. But I know that if I rap like a nigga,
Right.
which I really, everybody calls me, all my dogs, you feel me? Everybody calls me Lil Bro, which I've became accustomed to. Like, everybody calls me Lil Bro. I'm just everybody's Lil Bro. I'm deep down, I think I'm like a little boy inside. I mean, I grew up
Tomboy style.
I have a
Right.
sister that I didn't grow up with, but I grew up with my brothers.
Yeah.
And I've just like, I've always had men around me, so it's kind of just like, I'm
You're
my
just so
mom's only
comfortable.
child, so.
Yeah, you're just so comfortable around a bunch of boys, so it's
Yeah.
like it's easy. It's a comfortability type thing.
And I mean, bitches is drama and gossip. I'd rather hang around niggas anyways.
True.
That's just how it is. The majority of my friends are guys.
That's
And
most women, dude, I'm
honestly,
telling you.
honestly, the only like female friend that is like I know is my friend is Benny.
Benny, right?
And I can't tell you any other female that's really my friend for real. I can name some guys that I've like that are my supporters and that are there for me, including my brothers, obviously.
Absolutely.
So, that's just how it is.
No, I feel that. I mean, it's how it really should be. I mean, because I know like a clique of women could just start drama.
What do you mean that's how it should be?
Yeah.
No, like for you.
I mean, like, bitches be like, oh, I gotta bring my bitches in case I get in a fight. But if I bring my niggas with me, they knocking bitches out too. So
Right, they ain't doing shit. Like,
don't test me.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I'll hit a
saying.
woman. Go ahead, hit me up.
Well, it sucks that it's like
One baby.
that because, like, I don't have female friends.
It's,
Like,
Very select for you.
do I talk?
I
Really?
mean, I'm your female friend. Though.
yes.
So,
No,
But
obviously,
you're
your
family
family
now,
at this
so-
point.
So why do you guys think that is? That because I know
I think honestly, I feel like it's a competition between women.
honestly.
Really,
Think so?
come on,
Yes.
love one another, man.
seriously.
Love another man.
I have one serious question.
What's up?
Can I take a bathroom break real quick?
Absolutely.
Is that a bathroom right
Abso-pissin-lutely.
there?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a bathroom.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be right back.
Abso-fucking-piss. Go piss it up. Piss it up.
Oh,
Careful,
Take your
dude.
headphones.
You're caught.
I feel like the dog now.
you're good. You're good.
You
Go
need
ahead,
another
take your-
shot, dude.
So for those who, obviously we have a little bathroom break. For those who have been listening this long, I just want to say
Thanks.
this is awesome. This is
Well-
really, truly like amazing for me because I've put so much effort and time in doing this that
Yeah.
this literally is something I've envisioned.
This is
like
some-
I'm manifesting everything right now. at
This is something
point.
we've talked about since the beginning, like when we first started. 27 episodes ago, it was like, man, I just wish we had cameras like recording this.
Fuck, dude.
It would
the
be so
fucking-
much better. It'd be so funny.
Dude, the episode we did with Amina, we literally talked about, man, I wish this was fucking on camera.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're doing this and it's actually a real thing, like, it excites me. It's something that I don't give a fuck if it gets 100 views or whatever it does. It's fucking cool, man. It's something like if people that aspire to do these things and want to like spread their message and just fucking do it. Now, granted, I invested in Bitcoin. So
Marcus
that's
is
why.
tipsy, by the way. I know it. I know when you're tipsy. You're definitely
Absolutely tipsy.
Speaking of
But-
which, sorry, go ahead. Continue.
No,
with
I'm just
your-
saying, like,
you're on a good
for
track
those
there.
who really want to do it, like, fucking do it. Like, aspire to do what you want to do. If you want to fucking be the best fucking volleyball player, be the best volleyball player. Practice every day.
If you want to be a hobo and
sit on the streets
pursue
every
that,
night, do what you want
fucking
to do.
Do what you got to do. Nobody really wants to be a hobo, but if that's what happens, it's still gonna be fine.
Yeah, if
You're
you want to
good.
panhandle be the best panhandler, do it.
Somebody may want to do it.
If you want to be,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
if you want to be the guy who exterminates cats because they're in your attic and you just like killing cats, go ahead and do it.
Absolutely do it. And
I was actually gonna ask, can I get a shot? I kind of want a shot.
go
now.
for it,
No.
but a shot of water. Courtney,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna have to
Give
edit
me
that
some
out.
water. Give me some water, please.
You've been
I changed my mind.
doing it. You can just change the angle.
Give me some water.
Put it on Sebastian.
Anyways,
Y'all are okay. I promise.
I'm in
y'all.
the Helena.
I'm like promising.
Helena.
Y'all are okay.
Helena. So back when we
What do
were
you
kids,
mean? What do you mean
Amina.
we're okay?
With the water.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. Who cares? Anyways, Amina. Back when we were kids, like I want to talk about like our memories as kids because I just think they're funny.
Track races, footballs.
Remember we used to play football like in the.
Yes.
And we
I've
used to,
always loved playing football.
here comes Eli.
Bro, he heard us pouring shots.
He's trying to get
Let's
turned
get lit. Oh,
And
the
it-
Wawa.
after Wawa. Yeah,
the
after
Wawa.
Lee
Hello,
Water.
lad. Hello,
For
lad.
you.
Your breath smells like you've been licking your ass for the past hour. Get out of here, dude.
Go.
I want to kiss him, but he's been licking his ass a lot lately.
Obviously, he's an
Didn't
ass
they say
licker.
that dogs have cleaner mouths than humans?
No, it's a lie.
That's
Well,
fucking.
that
There's
is
no
an
way.
absolute
They should be stinking.
lie.
You know why they say that? Because dogs salivate so much. So it's like constantly.
But they don't brush their teeth.
No, they don't. That's right. He has dentist sticks though.
The owner,
imagine?
you could brush your dog's teeth.
I don't
They
do all that.
Tooth.
They don't.
I'm not that white.
Oh my God. Well, Charlie got all his teeth removed. You see how that happened?
He has
That's
the
true.
Nuh-uh.
worst
Yes.
dog
He
breath.
only had all his. You ever see his tongue hanging out? It's because he
No.
has no teeth to block it.
Yeah, our
When did this
dog
happen?
Charlie's a
When
little
did this
Jack
happen?
Russell. He's an inbred Jack Russell, so he's really weird. And basically, he will sometimes he will lick the window,
He licks-
just constantly, just
There's
lick
a
it like
big
this.
ass orange stain on the fence for licking from years.
He licked that
Oh
fence
my
clean as
God.
fuck. It's super clean.
Dude,
so
you know how proud of that he probably is?
absolutely
It was
proud.
He probably
brown
walks
and now
past it
it's
every day, he's
orange. He said, "That's me."
Fuck yeah.
No.
I did that.
Fuck yeah.
But he's so sweet.
He's a
Dude,
good
I
dog.
love that
He's
dog.
he's a very
A lot of dogs are mean. He's very hyper and loves everybody.
And he's old.
He is
he's
an old timer.
he's like over.
He's like 8 years
So
old.
I
9
got
years
him.
old.
I got him the year I
he?
graduated. No, I got him the year I graduated. So it was 2011. So he's 10 years old.
10
Okay, so
10
he's
years
not
old.
that old.
He's not
then.
super old for a little dog.
He's 70.
Yeah.
That's old.
Because
Like
smaller
70 dog
dogs,
years.
they live longer, I
They
think.
do, but maybe
He's
not.
still
Oh
old.
yeah,
Probably not him.
for sure.
still old.
For sure.
He
He's
does too
70
much.
in dog years.
Yeah. So, where? When's your next music coming out? What you working on some shit right now?
Yeah, I'm working. Of course, I think I'm gonna drop a single here soon, but I kind of want to give time for my EP to flourish a little bit. But I'm definitely working on stuff. I want to drop another EP by December. So I know I took a long time to drop this one, but that's kind of like I lost motivation in between. I was going through some stuff, but now I'm better now.
I mean, life happens, you know.
Life happens, definitely. So, I mean, I'm back on track now, and I plan on dropping another EP in December since I'm like, I don't work a 9 to 5. My music is definitely my 9 to 5.
It's your priority.
So I like, if people go to work and clock in, I'm clocking into this music shit. I got time to write every day. So it's kind of like I got more time to do what I want to do.
Right. So, if you could say anything to aspiring young artists that are trying to break through that window and that threshold to be noticed, because you're someone that has done that, what would you tell them?
Damn, it's gonna sound so like lame.
Honestly,
Like,
though, corny,
be
whatever it is.
yourself. Like, don't try to be somebody else, because it's not gonna get you nowhere. Like, really be yourself. Like, I'm really myself with this music shit. Like, I feel like I'm like, I really don't know what to say about it, because everybody's different, and obviously everything doesn't work for everybody. Like, I obviously, it's hard for me to tell people what they should do, because I dropped my first music video ever, hit 1 million in 2 months, and it doesn't happen like that for everybody.
Do you realize
That's
a
true.
million is a lot of people?
Yeah,
That's a lot of people.
It's like 1,000 but more.
it's like 1,000 times like.
It's a lot, man. It's
I
it's
don't know.
fucking mind blowing.
But I really do like your advice
Crazy.
though. Just be yourself, because like I know a lot of people try to just mimic so much. Like it's okay to have inspiration. That's good. Everybody has inspiration
Yeah,
from
definitely.
something, but you got to try to be anomalous as possible. You know, be unique and just like really stand out.
That's the thing about rap though, is everyone is their like own, like they try to be unique, but it's like always not what's in trend.
But there's
trendy.
so
that's
many,
true.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
and it's also motherfuckers that be like, oh, you sound like this person, or you sound like that person. I've came across, but they only tell me that I sound like certain niggas. I've never came across like, oh, you sound like this female or this female. But at the end of the day, like, how many people are there in this world? It's gonna be hard to come up with your own flow, your own, like, come on,
absolutely,
your own cadence.
Absolutely.
To add to what you were saying though, like when you are yourself, like you're gonna bring something to the table that not everybody else has. So
Definitely.
you had your own juice.
Thank you.
I will say this, Amina or Nina, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I am.
I'm proud of you too, man.
I'm super proud of you.
I
Like this
love
is
the love, of course.
I know, but it I'm just saying, like, I'm proud of you. I think what you're doing is fucking inspiring. I think it gives hope, hopefully, for the others that are, you know, trying to get out there and trying to follow their true passion. But don't lose yourself, because that's another thing I want to warn you about is, like, the industry, like, will get to you. And I've always, like, you know, warned you or mentioned it, or try to be that ear in your ear, like that voice in your ear to tell you, like, just be yourself. Like you said, be yourself. Listen, and I know you're smart enough to know that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So.
Listen, I may have said this in our first podcast, but listen, if you want to do something, go for it. I'm not saying quit your day job. Keep your day job.
Please don't.
Keep your day job just in case.
Yeah, don't do
Until
that.
you feel like you can prosper off of what you're doing. Make sure you prosper a little first before you quit your day job.
By the way, I'm sorry to cut you off,
Go
but
ahead.
the fact that you said that, remember we went to the Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley fight? There was a guy that fucking went the day before the fight, like the pregame, the talk, the trash talk.
approached Jake
He
Paul.
quit his job,
Not
making
Jake Paul,
$100K to ask Logan Paul if he would hire him.
Really? Oh, and it didn't work. I saw that.
You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Don't do that.
Listen,
Don't do
listen.
that.
You know
Just
why?
don't do that.
No, listen to this. Listen to this. I'll explain to you why people do just crazy shit like that. Is because when you don't have that safety net of a job or just anything, you won't do it. You know, like people like
true,
rappers
though. It's
will get tattoos on their face so they don't have like. They're like, there's no way I'm
gotta
gonna.
do this,
I gotta
yeah.
do this. They like that's like really committing to you doing that, and
then
that's why he
people
did
do
it.
that and don't make it still, though. That's not a smart
That's the
idea.
chance they take.
I'm
It may
gonna
not
tell
be
you
a
that
smart
right now, it's
idea.
not a smart idea, but let me tell you why I say go for it. Because listen, me and my dad used to go at it all the time, screaming at each other. Like,
I believe it. I know.
And you know, with parents, sometimes everything is not enough. Like,
He supports you though now.
Get a job, do this, do that. Okay, I had a job, worked at a couple call centers, worked at warehouse. I've worked damn near at every warehouse in this city. I'm not even joking.
Me too.
And I'm not. I'm not ashamed.
Currently.
I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not, because regardless, anywhere I was going, I was still making money. So, you want to work at warehouses for the rest of your life? You want to do this and that? Oh no, I want to. What do you really want to do? I was like, I want to do music.
Well, I work in insurance. That's better than a warehouse.
And he asked me, what do you really want to do? I told him I want to do music. And my dad was like, well, if you want to do music, he was like, do it. I'll support you. And blase. So
That's
then
cool, man.
I finally got around. And like, I shot the Heavy Steppers a day before my birthday.
And boom.
April 15th. My birthday's April 16th. I rented out a little Airbnb, stayed there for the next couple days. And I was like, I feel like this video is going to do something. And, you know, it did. Like, when you believe in yourself, you can do shit.
When I watched that video, I was watching every nigga in that video. I was like, "What? Don't look at my sister like that." Even though you were in a fucking tiny ass bra,
Them are
and I was
all
thinking to
my
myself,
dogs,
"That's
though.
I know."
Don't look at my
respect to
sister.
y'all because y'all
But
protect
y'all
her.
call it a brawl. Y'all wouldn't
But-
say anything if it was a swimsuit.
Absolutely.
Right.
And
the
you know
same
what's
shit.
fucked up is
Exactly.
the thing is like I watch other women on TikTok. I'm not saying I do that on purpose. TikTok.
He always
TikTok.
looks at me like, just so you know.
Well, because I know like
Right,
after
right,
this
right,
podcast,
Not
she's
such
gonna be
a-
like,
Remember when you said
do I
that?
ever?
"Why you say that?"
Do I ever?
Y'all gonna
like
be cuddling at
realize?
2 a.m. and she gonna be like, hey, you remember that podcast?
So I wanted to mention earlier, you said something that didn't really sit right with me. I'm not so sure.
I don't. It's
kinda been under my skin.
I don't do that.
I do that. The first
my
step is
God.
acceptance.
Do you really?
Yes.
It's true.
Listen.
So by the way, you posted something 6 years ago, and I saw just today. It was
Hey,
like
by
a
the way, I
memory.
saw some shit that you posted before we was together, but we was really together.
What the
so
fuck
what
were
the
you
fuck
thinking?
Was that?
Look, there's been a time.
That's how
in my
women are,
life-
though.
There was a time
Shit.
in my life where that was accurate, but
See?
not anymore.
Not
I'm
anymore.
glad
You're
you
not like
matured.
that.
I hope I
You're
get
not
to
like
that
that.
point.
Well, listen,
You're not.
I don't think
You
that's a
will.
bad thing per se. Some may consider it
You're not.
toxic, but if it's
I'm
on
an
your
overthinker.
if it's on your
Me too.
mind,
We all
if
are
it's festering,
in some
say
sort
it.
of
Who gives a fuck?
There's a certain point though, like, okay, so I had to come to terms, like, I had a life before I met Marcus.
And me too.
I had a path.
I definitely had a life.
Clearly,
Very
I
bad
had a
one.
life, and I did things that he probably would not want to know about. So I'm like,
You fucking kill people.
Shut the fuck up, Sebastian.
Murderer.
What were you doing, Courtney?
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's some things I don't want to imagine you doing. I'm sure that is vice versa.
Absolutely.
So I have to accept, that we are fucking human beings and we've done things that each other.
Well, we didn't know each other before then.
Yeah, so I can't hold that against
And people
you.
always get accustomed to their new relationship. Like, people
It's
change
crazy
for people they love.
And it's crazy
Yeah.
because, like, me and Courtney, we were... Okay, just a little background for people. I was married.
We ain't gotta go through
Yeah,
our
dude,
whole...
come on.
No, but I was married.
Are you sure about this?
It was just married and it wasn't good. But I met her at the end of the marriage, and I never cheated or anything like that.
I like them
But-
more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate
We
that.
also I'm older.
No diss to her, though.
I'm older and more.
No diss to her. I just
No,
feel like
absolutely not.
It's always
You know?
someone that's more meant for you, and I think
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
and that's it. It is what it
Exactly.
is, and I don't hate my past, and I'm glad that it happened. But and this kind of rolls back into people that are regretting their past. Don't
if it
regret your
didn't,
past.
you would have never met her. Though.
Exactly,
Right.
at
Yeah.
all, by any means.
And you learn something as you go through every situation. So, like,
Oh,
regardless,
this is so intimate.
it is.
Kiss.
Let's make out.
Dude, I've never seen you guys kiss not once in my life.
Because
And I'm
we're
not
not-
saying
You
I
never
want to,
will.
but, like,
We're not
I've
gross
never
like
seen you
that.
fuckers kiss.
Courtney's a
gross
virgin,
like
by
that.
the way.
It's like
I
the
am.
friends will be like, all right, see you later. All right, later, home.
We're not gross like that.
No,
we do
we're
get
not.
intimate, but we're not like.
It's
the-
only for
They
us.
do the house
I
party
will
dance.
lick my
PDA is not our
whole
thing.
Face in public.
All right, bye, baby.
Don't care.
PDA is not. PDA is not our thing, but we do be getting it. We do.
Behind closed doors when no one can
I'm a
see when I double
virgin.
lock the door.
I'm just saying. Anyways, this ain't about us. Anyways.
No, yeah.
Anyways.
But I'm
Anyways.
just, like, that is general, like, knowledge and wisdom for other people too. It's like when you're younger and stuff, like, a lot of shit can drive you fucking crazy. Like, there's so many insecurities and stuff, but you just gotta let go of shit that you can't control.
Absolutely.
That's really what it comes down to.
Please do not hold resentment because.
But that's something that you
Yeah.
learn with time,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're older. We're old.
I'm
That's
not that
true.
old. These are like newfound revelations that
How
I've
old are you,
had.
Courtney?
27.
27. How old are you, Seabass?
27. I'm just kidding. 28.
How old am I? I'm 29.
27, 28, 29.
G5.
I'm the baby of the group, obviously.
How are you again?
22.
22.
22.
22,
Right.
little baby.
23 in next April.
You're an adult podcast.
Rated R.
I'm grown enough.
You are. You are. Like, honestly, I'm gonna like we have gotten a lot closer the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't super close. I'll be
Well,
honest.
that's because we're so far apart in age. But I honestly, like, once you get over a certain age, everybody's, like,
the same.
the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, just kind of
Yeah.
like, it's illegal to date someone under, but once they get to that age, they're more mature.
Like,
It's kinda how
well, the
it
thing is I've always
Yeah.
been.
I mean, it's pretty
Well,
much
here's
like,
my thing, and I've talked to Courtney about this, and I've always been like protective of you and Madison, my other sister.
we're the same age.
Yeah, on my mom's side, but I've always been overprotective for you guys.
Speaking of
And
his mom, completely different than him. She's like Rochelle from Everybody Hates Chris.
yeah,
I
so
don't
she
know.
said that in the last podcast.
Dude,
Did I?
I would love to
You
have
did.
your mom on the
Did
podcast,
you show your
by
mom?
the way.
No, she has. I don't think she listened to it. But
I
anyways,
don't have that to do.
yeah, my mom
Exactly.
is the shit.
She ain't got time.
First off, I love my mom to death.
Dude,
I will fucking take
I
a
love
bullet
her
for my
too.
mom.
My favorite quote from your mom is, "Why you bullshitting?"
I don't
Why you
have that
bullshitting?
to do.
That's my favorite one. When
I ain't got time.
She stopped the long nails, but when she get, I don't have that to do.
She gonna get him back. She gonna get him back.
Yeah.
I fucking love
She-
your mom, man.
love
She
my
also
mom, too.
says, "Fuck, I forgot what she." Oh, she always says like, "I'm not co-signing that."
Yeah.
We have
She has
different moms.
punchlines.
Hey, we have different moms, by the way, because I keep saying your mom.
Right. We have different moms, same dad. So, but we've grown up together, so it doesn't matter. You're still my sister. But I've always been overprotective of you, and like seeing you do these things. These are big things you've done in your life, and it's the first thing I think of is just instinctive. It's just more like shield you from this shit because like you're around drugs, you're around this, you're around that. But I finally took a step back, and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I know she's smart. I know she's not going to do anything stupid because I trust her. Because there are girls that subject themselves to those things. And I truly, truly believe in my heart that you are absolutely strong and you're fucking smart, and you'll do what you need to do, and you don't let any other man control you.
That's the difference. Is people
I'm serious.
Be dependent
I know.
on people be dependent on their surroundings.
Right.
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm
You're
just
smart
there.
as fuck, and you get that shit from us, like all of the whole family in a sense, because we're all like that in some sort of sense. And I think that's fucking like, and that's why I took a step back, and that's where we're like I was able to bond with you and like really build a relationship.
Right.
So, and it's not because of heavy steppers. I'm not a clout chaser. So I'm just saying like I truly started like really thinking about it, and like, you know what, I want to have a relationship with my sister, and I want to have a relationship with all my siblings, including Michael, because you know how Michael is. He's an oddball.
He's gotten better though.
He has. No,
He's
me and
gotten
Michael
better.
been talking recently, and you know he's in the Navy doing his thing. Salute, of course. Obviously, he's in the military, but you know,
He's moving to Hawaii, right?
apparently,
Yeah, he is.
Apparently.
Apparently, I don't have that to do. But no, seriously, I
mean, not you, because obviously Rick is not your dad, but Madison
He
and
is-
Matthew are get more of
But-
Rick's traits.
right, but he is my dad in a sense.
Well, yeah, of
you know what I
course.
mean?
Yeah,
No,
kinda
because he's
like
been part of my life.
I would say like Angie could be a second mom to me because she's
Yeah.
always been around my whole
Absolutely.
life.
Right. And it's that, and it's like that.
Yeah.
So no, I just think I'm so hyped for you. Like I'm really am, like, just for you.
Hey.
Like, for real, I'm just so fucking hyped for you. I think this is awesome that you're doing what you're doing, and you're doing what you love, because a lot of people don't get to do that shit. Like, and it's fucking awesome. Like, it's fucking awesome, seriously. Not a lot of people, like a very minute percentage of people get to do what they want to do.
So excited.
And it's really fucking something that I truly respect, and I think I'm just happy to see where it goes from here. Like, I really am. Like, whatever you do, I think it's cool as fuck, and then I'll be there for you still as an older brother.
I got a question. Do you think there will ever come a time where you're like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore? You know what, fuck this.
No, because I mean, like, as like in life, like, there's a whole bunch of shit that you want to do. I also don't want to work a 9 to 5, and there may be times where
But you might work like a 6 to 12 next
okay, whatever.
morning, because you
Y'all
got to get them lyrics in.
Y'all get that's
that
what I'm
writing
saying.
in.
Like, come on, like it be times like I don't want to write music. I love music, but it be times where I'm like, I really don't fucking feel like it. I don't
Yeah.
feel like finishing this EP. I don't feel like finishing this song. I just kind of want to be to myself and do my own thing.
Don't quit.
There's so many things that you don't want to do, but you got to think about what you'd rather do, not what you don't want to do.
When you're an artist, you kind of gotta wait for inspiration too. Like, you can't force inspiration.
Yeah. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, y'all listen to my music. Y'all, I mean, my fans obviously here. Like, that's why y'all are here. But like, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay.
Just keep going. No,
You talking about your fans?
The ADHD.
It's all good.
I wanted to make a point because you was talking about like you're afraid of like Nene getting involved in stuff that like she shouldn't be in.
It just
and stuff
scares
like
me.
that.
That's
But
all.
this is like almost like a parent thing, you know, like you grew up with her, and Nene knows men, first of all, so she ain't gonna let a man take
Right.
advantage of her because she grew up around a lot of men, you know. Plus you gotta trust that y'all raised her right.
No, I do. I absolutely do. And that's where I was saying earlier, like, I absolutely trust you at
Yeah.
this point. Like, if you would have fucked up, you would have fucked up already.
Yeah.
Like, with that
No,
shit
she's
that I was
smart.
concerned about. So I'm not even worried about that.
She's
at this
got a lot
point.
of support in her corner too,
right.
as far
oh,
as like
absolutely.
you know,
Absolutely.
I'm smart enough to not be around some bullshit. People want to be around some bullshit because they think it's cool. I'm just no.
Real ass
she
bitch.
sees through it.
It's not cool.
Not in that way, though.
Motherfuckers want to be posted up in the hood because it's cool. Motherfuckers are trying to get out the hood.
Absolutely.
Right. They should be. And if they're not,
Right.
stay away from them.
Right.
like, I mean, you gotta rep where you're from. Obviously, most people, you gotta be proud of where you're from.
And I've
it
had
sh-
the best of both worlds too. Like, go ahead.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've had the best of both worlds. Like, my dad was the more fortunate and my mom wasn't. So I've, like, with my mom, I've moved to hella places. Like, I used to go to fucking Linden Elementary before I went to Finland. That shit is fucking ghetto as fuck. But then, obviously, like, I'm sure my dad and my mom talked about it. She moved
Right.
closer to my dad. I wanted, and the whole reason is I wanted to go to school with you, Michael, and Madison. I'm like, why the fuck are they riding the same school bus?
Right.
And I'm not.
Well,
Just watch them like.
Well, I never went to. The only sibling I went to school with was Michael, who's 3 years younger than me, and Michael.
Dude,
Shout out
that
to Michael, man. I love you, homie. I hope you're listening to this.
He's not
But
going to.
He's not going to. He's
He don't support
fucking
us.
ADHD, ADD, fucking other shit wrong with him. But at the same time,
If you had some cars or guns in the title, Michael would be all for it.
For
absolutely.
sure. This
But-
motherfucker's Twitch stream is when he's gaming is so fucking dope. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. Yeah, fucking
Huge dip in his mouth. Huge dip in his mouth, like, oh, fucking motherfucker.
I'm going 30. He's 30. Oh, I fucking got you. Bro, he goes in.
Oh my god. Okay, people. Okay.
He said, pussy.
Okay, so we're kind of at the point now where I wanted to really wrap it up, but I wanted to definitely.
Oh, you don't got no more questions for me? That's all?
I do have one more question for you. This is the one I wanted to kind of
The
go
final banger?
at the end.
Final banger.
Well, I'm gonna take one more shot, I think, actually. If
there's-
that's cool with
Of
you.
water.
Of water.
Of water.
If there is,
Why do you keep
One
saying it's
shot.
water?
It's our
it is
spicy
water.
juice.
Yes.
but if there is, I'm gonna ask you this question. You ready? What's one thing you would like to tell about yourself to the world, to your fans? What would be that thing that you would tell to that person?
I
to
am that bitch.
listening?
I'm that bitch. And even when you think I'm not, I still am.
So she's that bitch, folks. And I absolutely.
I would love to say something more inspiring, but I'm like, I would have to sit there and like, damn, what should I say that's inspiring? I wasn't prepared for this though. But what I
Hit her
can
with the
say
left hook.
is that bitch.
It sounded like that Scarface quote where he's like, he's always win even when I
Give me
lose
a
or
cat.
something.
Why don't y'all bring me a cat to pet?
Oh, you like cats?
You like cats? We do have a cat.
Fuck.
She's not
I love
here.
cats.
I could have brought my roomie.
I love cats. Everybody hates cats. What's wrong with cats?
Dude, cats are
Are you
dope.
a cat
Cats are
person?
wonderful. I love.
You want
I'm
my cat?
I'm an animal person. I can have your cat.
If you want her.
I can have your
Will
cat.
you
No,
really take her?
I got dibbies
Is she
on her.
nice?
Yeah.
I mean, like
she kind of a bitch.
As long,
but-
I mean, will she cuddle with me?
Yeah, she will.
Oh
She
yeah,
will.
she
I
will.
mean, as long as I have a litter box and she don't shit over the house.
But she's an outside cat too, though.
She's
She'll probably be out all
But
day
I
while you're
live.
out.
I mean, I'm not in an area where I would want her to be
Anyways,
outside.
that's cool. We'll talk about it after
Yeah,
the
we'll talk
podcast.
about it later.
We'll
but
talk about it.
as
I also don't want her to jump from my balcony, so we'll talk
She
about
won't
No,
do
she
that. She's
won't.
not
She
Why
doing
won't.
it.
not though? She'll land.
it. She can go out to
She'll
the
land on her
balcony
feet.
freely. I have a balcony and stuff. So.
no, she's
She'll
good.
chill out there with
Anyways, people, let's cut this off. Anyways, I am super glad you were on the podcast. I think you were fucking the by far going to be our best guest. Not even for the views or anything like that. It's just because I thought I had a
Because
good
I'm
time.
that bitch.
Yes.
that.
As I said.
She that my sister. She's that sister.
I'm
you
that
want-
sister.
If you're gonna call her a
That's that
bitch,
brother.
put that in front of it.
Right, okay?
that bitch.
Absolutely. And those who've listened this far, I want to say thank you. Say what you got to say, then I'll close it out.
No, it's fuck it.
Say it.
I was just gonna say that should be the name of like one of your next singles.
She's
I'm that bitch. or something.
I'm not, I mean, I'm sure it was coming.
It's coming.
Awesome. If you've listened that far to this far in this video, I appreciate it. We love you. We'll be coming out with more hits every single Friday. So be on the lookout. And don't look at me like
I
that.
wish y'all would have saw how the dog just like looked
Right.
over and put his head down. He said, "Can y'all shut the fuck up?"
He's trying to nap.
All right, we're gonna end it now. Please, thank you for liking and possibly subscribing and
What a great
getting too
exit.
turned here. So we are leaving.